Okay, people, gather round. We've got big news from the world of economics. And trust me, when I say big, I mean huge, like Godzilla versus King Kong big. China, that sleeping giant, it's wide awake now, folks, and it's taken the lead. That's right, you heard me correctly. China's economy has officially overtaken the United States as the biggest in the world. It's been coming for a while, like a slow-motion train wreck you just can't look away from. But now it's here, and the world is freaking out. So, what does this mean for you, the average Joe or Jane sipping coffee and scrolling through the news? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get interesting. For decades, America has been the top dog, the big cheese, the head honcho of the global economy. It was the land of opportunity, the place where dreams came true, and the beacon of hope for many around the world. What we said went, and the rest of the world pretty much fell in line. Our policies, our culture, our way of life were emulated and admired globally. But now the balance of power is shifting, faster than a cheetah on roller skates. The rapid development and modernization of other nations, especially China, are changing the global landscape. China's rise isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about influence, baby. It's about forging new alliances, creating new trade routes, and establishing itself as a global leader. Economic power translates into political clout, military might, and cultural sway. With its growing military presence, China is asserting its dominance in ways that were unimaginable a few decades ago. The world is starting to see things from a Chinese perspective, and that's a game changer. This shift in viewpoint is influencing global policies, international relations, and even everyday life. Think about it. Chinese products are everywhere, from your smartphone to your kids' toys. The sheer volume of goods produced and exported by China is staggering. Chinese investment is pouring into countries all over the globe. From infrastructure projects in Africa to tech startups in Europe, China's financial reach is extensive and growing. And China's voice is getting louder on the world stage. Their diplomatic efforts are more pronounced, and their influence in international organizations is undeniable. Like it or not, the Chinese dragon is here to stay. This new era of Chinese prominence is reshaping the world as we know it, and we all need to pay attention. The secrets revealed. So how did China manage to pull off this economic miracle? Was it magic? Ancient Chinese secrets passed down through generations? Nope, it's actually a lot simpler than that. Hard work, smart planning, and a whole lot of hustle. China focused on manufacturing, becoming the world's factory floor. They embraced technology, pumping out gadgets and gizmos faster than you can say, made in China. And they mastered the art of trade, becoming the go-to supplier for everything from clothes to computers. But here's the kicker. China wasn't afraid to play the long game. They were patient, strategic, and willing to make sacrifices in the short term for long-term gains. And guess what? It paid off, big time. Okay, time for some hard facts, folks. Let's compare the economic stats of these two titans, shall we? In 2023, China's GDP clocked in at a whopping $18 trillion, while the US trailed behind at $16 trillion. That's right, China officially surpassed the US in terms of overall economic output. But wait, there's more. China's manufacturing sector is now larger than that of the US, Japan, and Germany combined. They're pumping out cars, electronics, and everything in between like a well-oiled machine. And don't even get me started on trade. China is now the world's largest trading nation, with exports reaching a staggering $3.3 trillion in 2023. They're doing business with everyone, everywhere, and raking in the cash. Section 5. Tech Titans Clash. It's a gadget war out there. Move over, Silicon Valley, because China's tech scene is on fire. Companies like Huawei, Tencent, and Alibaba are giving American giants like Apple, Google, and Amazon a run for their money. From smartphones and 5G networks to artificial intelligence and e-commerce, China is innovating at breakneck speed. They're investing heavily in research and development, and it's paying off in spades. And here's the thing. China has a secret weapon, a massive domestic market. With over 1.4 billion people, they've got a built-in testing ground for new products and services. If it works in China, it can work anywhere. Section 6. Made in China, from cheap goods to global domination. Remember when made in China was synonymous with cheap knockoffs and questionable quality? Well, those days are long gone, my friend. China has upped its game, and how? They're now producing high-quality goods that rival, and in some cases even surpass, their Western counterparts. From sleek smartphones to high-speed trains, China is proving that it can compete with the best of the best. And let's not forget about infrastructure. China has been on a building spree, constructing roads, bridges, airports, and high-speed rail lines at an astonishing pace. They're connecting their vast country and positioning themselves as a global logistics hub. Section 7. Trading Up, How China Conquered the World One Deal at a Time. China understands that in the game of global economics, it's all about who you know and what you can offer. They have mastered the art of building relationships and leveraging them to their advantage. And let me tell you, they've been making friends and influencing people like nobody's business. Their strategy is not just about making deals, but about creating lasting bonds that pay off in the long run. From Africa to Latin America, China has been pouring investment into developing countries, securing access to resources, and building strategic partnerships. These investments are not just financial. They include technology transfer, skill development, and infrastructure improvements. They're not afraid to play the long game, offering loans and infrastructure projects in exchange for future favors. This approach ensures that they have a foothold in these regions for years to come, creating a web of economic dependencies. And then there's the Belt and Road Initiative, China's ambitious plan to recreate the ancient Silk Road and connect Asia, Europe and Africa through a network of roads, railways and ports. This initiative is not just about trade. It's about creating a new world order where China is at the center. It's a bold move that could reshape global trade and cement China's position as the world's economic powerhouse. By investing in infrastructure and creating new trade routes, China is ensuring that it remains indispensable to the global economy. This strategy is not just about economic gain, it's about geopolitical influence and long-term dominance. Section 8. The future is now. What happens when China rules the world? So what does the future hold now that China is calling the shots? Will we all be speaking Mandarin and eating dumplings for breakfast? Well, maybe not, but things are definitely going to look different. China's rise means a shift in global power dynamics. The US is facing a serious competitor, one that's not afraid to challenge its dominance. We're likely to see increased competition for resources, markets and technological supremacy, but it's not all doom and gloom, folks. China's economic success also presents opportunities for collaboration and cooperation. By working together, the US and China can address global challenges like climate change, poverty and disease. Section 9. Can America keep up? The challenge of staying in the game. The US is facing a wake-up call, folks. The global economic landscape is shifting rapidly, and America must respond with urgency and strategic foresight. China's rise is a stark reminder that the days of unchallenged American dominance are over. Their rapid growth and technological advancements are setting new benchmarks. To stay competitive, America needs to up its game. This isn't just about maintaining status quo. It's about pushing boundaries and setting new standards. That means investing in education, infrastructure and innovation. Our schools and universities must be equipped to produce the next generation of thinkers and doers. It means fostering a business environment that encourages entrepreneurship and risk-taking. Startups and small businesses are the lifeblood of economic dynamism, and it means embracing globalization and engaging with the rest of the world on a level playing field. Trade and international cooperation are not just options, they are necessities. The good news is that America is still a powerhouse, with a strong economy, a skilled workforce, and a spirit of innovation. Our capacity for creativity and resilience is unmatched. But it's going to take hard work, smart policies, and a willingness to adapt to the changing global landscape to stay ahead of the curve. We must be proactive, not reactive, in our approach. The future of America's economic strategy lies in its ability to foresee challenges and turn them into opportunities. By staying agile and forward-thinking, we can ensure that America not only keeps up but leads the way. Section 10. It's a whole new world. Get ready for the Chinese century. So there you have it, folks. We're living in a time of unprecedented change, where the old order is giving way to the new. China's economic rise is reshaping the global landscape, and there's no turning back. The 21st century is shaping up to be the Chinese century, and the world is watching with bated breath. It's a time of both challenges and opportunities, and only time will tell how this new world order will unfold. One thing's for sure, though, it's going to be one heck of a ride. So buckle up, hold on tight, and get ready for the Chinese century.